Hey lovelies, I'm Christina Maria and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining. On my channel, I like to talk about all things super feminine and super girly. So we'll talk about fragrances, hair, makeup, and most importantly, how you too, like me, can start your own feminine journey. If that is something that you would be interested in hearing more about, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that little bell notification so that you can be notified when I upload some of my newest, latest, greatest content. So on today's episode, I will be discussing the Montale of Paris Discovery Collection. And this is their fruits and vanilla bestsellers. So for those of you who do not know, Montale Parfums was founded in 2001 as one of the most rare and precious perfume collections, renowned for harmonizing essences of the East and West, while continuing in the ageless tradition of French perfumery. Today, the collection features over 95 fragrances, many of which contain oud, and the span of which suit any palette. Each fragrance is composed of with the finest raw materials in high eau de parfum concentrations for long-lasting scent that is protected by a specialty developed aluminum bottle. So this is their fruits and vanillas bestseller. So when you get the Discovery set, and this is one of a couple that they do have out, you get the box, and I was just reading like a little excerpt from the label here. But the box is beautiful. Look at that, this beautiful like gold label. And I don't know if you guys can kind of see the pattern that's embossed into this black finish with this beautiful gold here. I enjoy getting Discovery sets from these niche fragrances because it gives you the opportunity to experience a couple of different scents before going out spending those big bucks. It's one thing to listen to reviews on YouTube and read reviews on different websites. There's another thing to completely experience it for yourself. Perfume and fragrances and scents are very personal. The way a fragrance reacts on one person's skin, blending with their pheromones, could be completely different on how it reacts with yours. So I believe that the Discovery sets are an incredible opportunity for you, the consumer, to experience, the different scents, and these are their best sellers. So these are, ones that have been tried and tested and people are continuing to buy. This is the best way, in my opinion, to experience different fragrances and really find the one that you feel best kind of goes with you, goes with your DNA. So this Discovery set itself, you get 7 fragrances in these little cute decanter bottles. I believe these are, I want to say 2 milliliters, but for 7 fragrances, the 2 milliliter sizes, it's only $28. And I know there are a couple of different companies that if you buy one of their Discovery kits or Discovery sets, the cost that you pay for the kit actually can be used on one of the perfumes from that collection. I have to double check with Montale. I'm not 100% sure if Montale does that, but I know there are a couple of different companies that do. So with this one, you get this little pamphlet on the inside that tells you a little bit about each of the fragrances. So the first one that I'm going to try, and I actually do have a couple of these little tester strips that I will be using. So for me, when I am testing out, multiple fragrances at the same time, I will write the name of the fragrance that I am testing just on the strip so that I can kind of keep myself organized. So the first one in the collection that I'm going to try, I've actually reviewed before. Yeah, I already know how this one smells. The other ones I haven't smelled yet. So this one is Soleil De Capri. This is the bottle. As you can see, I've already kind of used it. So according to the pamphlet, Soleil De Capri, it's a citrus fragrance. A fresh citrus burst of grapefruit and kumquat met by soft, clean notes of white flowers and white musk. They list the notes as grapefruit, kumquat, and white musk. So this fragrance I already really do like and enjoy. This was actually kind of featured in smells so good. This is actually featured in my must-have summer fragrances for 2021. And this one is just as they described. To me, this is hands down a perfect summertime fragrance. All right, right off the bat, you're getting those citrus notes, and it's beautifully like blended with the citrus and the white flowers. This one I can speak to. The longevity on this is incredible. It has really good projection and really good sillage. Projection is how far it projects off your skin. Sillage is like kind of the trail that follows behind you, okay? This is like one of my favorite ones that I've smelled, and this is on my purchase order, just waiting for it to come. All right, so definitely love that one. Next up from the collection is called Daydreams. This one I have not smelled yet. Daydreams, it's a fruity floral gourmand. So remember with gourmand scents are those very sweet, almost edible scents. So typically, I suggest gourmand scents for like a date night, you know, when you want to nuzzle up, get nice and close, because they are kind of like those edible ones, you know. Not getting too much into that. But they describe it as like the warm summer nights in Greece. Daydreams is a soft breeze of orange blossom with juicy notes of mandarin and tropical notes, tiare flower, all suspended on a light cloud of vanilla. So they describe the notes as orange blossom, mandarin, tiare flower, and vanilla. So right off the bat, I am expecting this to be floral, but with the vanilla adding that little creaminess to it. I'm excited. I like the way they describe this. So I do have, as you can see, my thing labeled. Oh, that is good. Now this one, first impression, because I've never smelled this one before. Get the orange blossom and the mandarin. So it does have like a little, almost kind of citrusy, not as citrusy as the Soleil De Capri. I mean, with the Soleil De Capri, when they say citrus, I'm imagining the lemons, the limes, grapefruit, oranges. But this one is definitely more of like a juicy orange, mandarin. And then there is like a slight musk to it. And then the tiare flower, that used to be like one of my favorite candles from Yankee Candle. I believe it's called the Tahitian Terry Flower candle, and definitely getting that. That is a beautiful note. Now this one, kind of like right off the back, when I first sprayed it, almost kind of had like a little, almost kind of medicinal bite to it, I would say. But then it's starting to dry down as being kind of very light. You can get the fruity, you can get the floral, and you also get the vanilla as well. I do like this one. I think I like the Soleil De Capri a little bit better, just because for me, with it being summertime right now, that's the one I'm more gravitating towards, is the Soleil De Capri. But this to me would be a beautiful one to wear during the spring. Yeah, I could say a summer night, date night. This is, to me, this is more, even though it's Daydreams, to me it's more of a date night evening fragrance than the Soleil De Capri. The Soleil De Capri is an incredible one to wear during the day. This is good. And of course, with fragrances, they react totally different on the tester strips than they do on your actual skin. So this is one that I will have to try on my skin, but I am intrigued by this. So up next in the collection is a fragrance that is called Sweet Flowers. This one is described as being a fruity floral gourmand. So yet again, similar to the Daydreams. It is a gourmand, so has those edible qualities to it. All right, so they describe this one as the ultimate guilty pleasure. Ooh. The sweetness of airy cotton candy, sensual vanilla, and velvety white peach blended with the addictive florals of jasmine and tuberose. And I definitely get the jasmine and tuberose. Those are kind of like the first ones I noticed. So their notes are cotton candy, which is very different. I don't think I've ever smelled one that's had cotton candy listed as like the note, but it is very sweet. It actually puts me in mind of another very popular fragrance, but let me get back to the notes. Okay, so cotton candy, vanilla, white peach, jasmine, and tuberose. So this one actually reminds me a lot, very similar. They're not the same. You do have nuances where these two fragrances are very similar. It's this one, Sweet Flowers, and it reminds me a lot of La Vie Est Belle by Lancôme, where La Vie Est Belle, you kind of get those like white floral notes with the jasmine and the tuberose. And I love when tuberose is done right. Now that this one's drying down, this is a really good scent. Like, it is sweet, but not overly sweet, because you can have those like very sweet gourmand fragrances where it's almost kind of nauseating because of how overpowering they are. But this one it's just the right amount of sweet. You have that cotton candy in there, and I love cotton candy. It doesn't smell childish or young, because there is like the sweet like candy, the Ariana Grande, and then the pink sugar by Aquilina. And those to me are, while they smell great, I love them, they are, you know, kind of more on the younger scent, you know, good for a teenager or a young girl, a young woman, I should say, in her like 20s and stuff. But this one is definitely more mature, and I think it's because of that jasmine and that tuberose. But this is a good one. I like this. So the next one is Sweet Vanilla. This is their vanilla and fruits scent. So the Sweet Vanilla Fruity Gourmand, all of the sweetness of vanilla revealed by the juiciness of apricot and softened by delicate white musk. Ooh. So those are your three notes: vanilla, apricot, and white musk. There we go. Oh my gosh, this is a good vanilla scent, and it's different from a lot of other vanilla fragrances that I've smelled. Like, so a lot of the vanilla fragrances, and you guys can probably attest to this as well, they smell very warm. So you'll have the vanilla mixed with like maybe a brown sugar, or, you know, and like some sort of like cookie kind of thing. But this one, you get the vanilla like right off the bat. This is like almost like a bottle of vanilla extract. But then when you blend it in with that white musk, it becomes very light, where it's not overpowering. It's not, you know, just this warm, almost kind of like sugary smell. But this is vanilla that you could probably wear all year round. This isn't just something that's reserved for like Christmas and Thanksgiving. This is quite beautiful. Oh my gosh, and you get a little hint of that apricot as well. This is vanilla done right. I feel like a lot of like the vanilla fragrances remind me of the Bath and Body Works brown sugar vanilla. This is not that. Like, this doesn't smell like a fresh baked cookie. This doesn't smell like, you know, Christmas morning, which I have no problem with smelling. I love Christmas. But this is beautiful. I cannot stop smelling this, guys. This is, oh my gosh. This is perfect. So the next one in the collection, dark purple. So this one is described as an oriental. So when I hear oriental, I automatically start thinking spicy. An oriental fruity floral, described as mouth-watering purple plum and red fruit blend with hints of rose darkened by patchouli. Okay, I like that. So plum, red fruit, rose, and patchouli. A little spicy and a little earthy, I'm assuming, with the patchouli. I like patchouli. I feel like patchouli does not get enough credit, as much credit as it deserves. Patchouli is a great base note to have any fragrance, because it's earthy, kind of woody, but then just really balances out a fragrance. Okay, this is strong. I like it. Not really my favorite. For me, I think because it is kind of classified as an oriental, it's a little strong for me. Like, I feel like I'm fanning it like really hard to try and like kind of dissipate some of that fragrance in there. It's not bad. It's not necessarily my forte. I do prefer florals or the fruities. When you kind of add in the oriental, for me, it makes it a little stronger. I'm not getting so much as the spiciness to it, but it does have some bite, because this is strong. This could probably lean more unisex. I could see a man wearing this and smelling pretty good. Like, I think this one could kind of go both ways. I think this would make a good unisex scent. Not my favorite, I'm gonna be honest, but it's good nonetheless. So up next, kind of interested in smelling this one. It's called Intense Café, and this is a floral gourmand. So yet again, that edible notes to it, and it's freshly brewed coffee with hints of delicate rose, lightened by a creamy base of vanilla and white musk. So this one I was interested in smelling because of the coffee. I am a coffee drinker, so, you know, I think coffee smells delicious. You know, there's nothing like the smell of a fresh brewed cup of coffee. Do I want to smell like one? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. It is pretty. I'm getting the vanilla and the white musk. So it's you know, as I'm smelling it, it's reminding me of that sweet vanilla because I'm smelling the vanilla and the white musk, but not so much the coffee. So it smells similar to the sweet vanilla, but almost like it's kind of downplayed. The sweet vanilla is nowhere near intense, okay? Because it's a very mild vanilla. Like I said, I'm buying that one. But this, I can smell the vanilla, I smell the white musk. I'm not getting the coffee. Maybe it's just my nose. And that may be because the rose may be one of the top notes. And then as it dries down, so maybe I do need to give this a couple of minutes, let it kind of dry down, get past that top note of rose and maybe the vanilla to get to, okay. I think I'm starting to smell a little hint of the coffee. It's very light. I'm gonna come back to this one, the Intense Cafe, because I wanna see if after a couple minutes that coffee bean does come out. So I'm putting this one over to this side because I do wanna come back to that. That one's interesting. Now that I'm thinking of it, it's almost like a combination of the dark purple and the sweet vanilla, like kind of blended together. Because with the dark purple, you do get the rose, and then the vanilla in this one. And last but certainly not least is Sensual Instinct. So they describe this one as a floral gourmand. It says lush and warm, mesmerizingly balanced blend of roasted coffee. All right, so let's see if I get that coffee. Here we go. With fresh rose and sensual praline. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. I like this one. So getting the praline, I'm actually smelling the praline a little bit more, where, you know, praline has that, you know, warm, kind of nutty, maybe with like a hint of vanilla or maybe like a brown sugar, you know, sweet almond kind of scent. Thinking of like pralines and cream ice cream. So it definitely has, this kind of reminds me a little of the MFK, Maison Francis Kirk Jean Baccarat Rouge 540. Similar, where this, whatever this last note that I'm getting, it's like little boop. I'm thinking of maybe the praline. This one, I do get a little hint of the coffee, getting the rose, but that praline, I'm thinking it's the praline that I really am drawn to. This is beautiful. I like this one a lot. Like, it is so balanced. Nothing is overpowering each other. This smells like dessert. Like, this is like a warm bread pudding with like a hint of coffee with the praline, maybe like a creme brulee. This is gorgeous. So I'm gonna go back to this Intense Cafe and see, it's been a couple of minutes, see if that coffee bean has come out. No, it's calmed down a lot, but I'm still not getting the coffee. Like, I feel like I get more of the coffee scent with the Sensual Instinct. This kind of reminds me of, yeah, like a leather bound book. I was just doing a little research on the Intense Cafe because I'm very like interested in this one because I like the idea of the coffee notes. And in my research, I was just reading like a couple of other reviews. And one of the reviews said the person finally got the coffee smell after about 25-30 minutes. So I'm thinking that the coffee is in there in the middle and probably even the base note. I'm still stuck on this Intense Cafe one. Because I do like it, but it's different. It's not as strong on the coffee as I would have expected. So it's a discovery kit. So what you're supposed to do is spray what you like, find out what you like, and then, you know, from there, purchase. So I've already ordered the Soleil De Capri. I love that. Okay, it is this beautiful, you know, kind of like citrusy summertime fragrance. Next one's on my list, hands down, the sweet vanilla. I am in love with this. Like, this is a fragrance that I could see myself wearing all the time. And those days where you don't really feel like smelling too perfumey, you just really want to smell good or on your way to bed. And then I think the next one from this kit would be the Sensual Instinct. This, I like this a lot too. That is a good one too. Overall, I really enjoyed this discovery kit. I think Montale As I said before, they're known for their niche fragrances, and they said that they have over 95 fragrances. So with these niche fragrance companies, that's why I am really starting to kind of get into them. These companies, because they're not trying to cater to a wide audience, they can really take liberties with their fragrances. And Montale, I think they're becoming known for that in the fragrance community. So this discovery set, the fruits and vanillas bestsellers, I have thoroughly enjoyed. I do have a couple of favorites. One of my favorites being Soleil De Capri. I've already ordered that. It's coming on the way. I cannot wait to wear it this summer so I can rank them. So Soleil De Capri, I've already purchased. Love this. Light, summery, airy. Followed by number 2 for me, Sweet Vanilla, then Sensual Instinct, which kind of puts me in mind of Baccarat Rouge 540. Similar, but not the exact same. Followed by Sweet Flowers, followed by Tense Café, then Daydreams, and then last but not least, because I like this one. To me, this one more leans towards, I could see a man wearing this and smelling so good, would be Dark Purple. So there you have it, guys. That is, I guess, kind of my review of Montale of Paris, their discovery set for their fruits and vanillas bestsellers. If you have tried any of these fragrances, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. What was your favorite? If you've ever tried this discovery set, or if you're familiar with any of those scents, go ahead, if you would, to help me out with this YouTube algorithm, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell so that you can be notified for when I upload some of my newest, greatest content up here. So until next time, guys, bye.